Hey, how you doing? This is Robert Johnson with 30 Watt Music. I just want to introduce my new slide that I'm introducing to the world. I've been working on it for about 3 or 4 years. It's so far it's proven itself to be better than glass and metal time and time again. Everybody, to me this is just garbage. It's heavy metal and it's no good. But anyway, this is dampening free. You don't have to lay your fingers behind it anymore and dampen. You can just actually play on top of itself instead of like the old school guys having to dampen. But as you can see, it dampens itself. You got no more slippery glass, no more busted metal, glass or whatever on stage, tripping over stuff. You can actually drop down. They're guaranteed to never break. These slides give a new voicing. It's just the next best material. I grow these. It takes about a year's process, but I offer them for $19.95. It's just a real good extended range of tone. There's no more muting or dampening. It really gives slide players a second chance. 9 times out of 10, a person who buys a slide will give up because of the overring from metal and all that stuff, and this absorbs it up. And plus, you got no more slippery glass. You have no more rusty metal inside that gets your guitar strings dirty. Strings are now $20 for a good pack of elixirs. Anyway, but as far as that said, I've just really enjoyed them, and a lot of other people have. They're a real great thing. They slide into any note. You can finger pick them and play them. You can power chord, and they slide into any note without ever knowing. It's just a real tasty thing. I've been listening to generations of music, but one thing that keeps bringing me back to these bamboo slides and the time that I put into them is the voicing and the extension that it makes in sound. It's something that really sells itself. I can sit here and talk about it all day long, but you'll throw your metal and brass or glass away. Glass breaks on stage. I would break one, but it just makes a mess. Cut your feet all to pieces. But just about on any all string instruments, from sitar to mandolin, offer mandolin slides for your pinky to play on your pinky when you're playing mandolin. I can demonstrate that on guitar here in a few, but I'm going to get into a little bit more about how and why these are the way they are. They're just dried out. There's a lot of absorption holes in them, and it allows to absorb the sound, and it comes out and withholds O-rings, which is in metal and glass. As you can see, you know, it's a real good voicing and approach to slide now. And they control sound. I hand make these, a lot of time in them. They just enhance your highs, lows, and mids. They're guaranteed not to break. It just kills glass and metal. You know, I couldn't be more prouder of a better thing. And I like to share this with everybody. I have full instrument models, from sitar to mandolins to dobros to anything, and a lot of various forms. I'm starting to offer a bass slide that's for bass players. If you got flat wounds, you can use these, and it gives them more of a fretless sound on an upright bass. The sound of a fretless bass on a regular bass, if you're good enough to attempt it. I have. It's proven itself to me. But if you want to make your bass sound fretless, flat wounds and this, and just practice. 95% work and 5% talent will get you a lot of places. You know, the most common one is we have just the regular slide, which a lot of people will like. But the rule of thumb, the thicker it is, the best sound you're going to get from the bamboo slide. That makes it resonate. It's really called my resonator slide. That's my favorite slide. It resonates itself. When you're playing it, it gives you a resonating feel that of course, from like my blue instrument there, a resonator or a high dollar National, it gives you a resonating feel, and it stays within the slide, and the slide vibrates itself. That's the beauty of it. Very controllable and a lot of dexterity to it, and it leaves you playing. It makes you want to play melodic. Melodic is a key word to any music, you know. It just controls the sound. I'm very proud of it, and I want to introduce it to y'all. It's $19.95. Offer it on my website. It's just a new voicing in music. Just throw away your glass, your metal, or whatever. It's a good thing to have. I would like to share it with you. Facebook.com, 30 Watt Music.